Welcome back to Wretched. Do we have enough humility to learn from a millennial? It's not easy. Sam Eaton writing 12 laments against the church as he perceives it. We're willing to listen, Sam, because wisdom says, I don't care the source, I'll hear you out, Sam. We're going to assume represents somewhat fairly the millennial generation who doesn't appear to be all that nuts about the church. Let's hear his laments. Let's explain why we disagree if we do, and let's accept the critique if we must, shall we? Here we go. Lament number 7. We want to be mentored, not preached at. Here's what Sam said. We've millions of podcasts and YouTube videos of pastors. We're looking for mentors who are authentically invested in our lives and our future. If we don't have real people who actually care about us, why not just listen to a sermon from the couch? Sam, we accept your critique. We do need to do more mentoring. You are correct. The church should be a multi-generational place, not where everybody looks the same millennial age, so that you can learn from wiser people. But Sam, I might suggest to you that means you need to listen to those wiser people. And a wise person would disciple you and say, the church and the preaching of the Word of God really is the best thing for you. Yes, it helps to be discipled, but the proclamation of the Word is something that you desperately need all the time. Having said that, we'll try to work on that, Sam. Number 8, lament. We want to feel valued. We desperately need the church to tell us we are enough exactly the way we are. No conditions or expectations. We need a church that sees us and believes in us, that cheers us on and encouraging us to chase our big, crazy dreams. Sam, can I just tell you as lovingly as possible, no. We love you too much to chase bad dreams. We love you too much to just let you do whatever it is you think is best and to cheer you when it is possible that what you're doing is foolish. If I recall, Sam, earlier you said you wanted to be discipled, you wanted to be mentored. Well, true loving discipleship teaches from a place of biblical wisdom with experience and is willing to say, that's not good. Sam, this is a hallmark of your generation. I'm not exactly sure how this happened, but I hear this regularly from millennials. My life, it's a no judgment zone. Not only should you not judge me, but you should cheer me on. Sam, that's just not wise. Sam, tap into your elders. Ask them where you're off track. We all have to do that. I don't care if you're 22 or 72. We all need wisdom. There is wisdom in a multitude of counselors, and sometimes those counselors are going to love you enough to go, sorry, Sam, no can do. Number 9, lament. We want you to talk to us about controversial issues because no one else is. Fine by me. Number 10. The public perception, Sam wrote. It's time to focus on changing the public perception of the church within the community. The neighbors, the city, and the people around our church buildings should be audibly thankful the congregation is part of their neighborhood. Let me just say this is kind of hard to measure. Nevertheless, critique accepted. But Sam, please remember, the body's primary responsibility is to the body. The body's primary responsibility is to take care of their own. That is a consistent theme throughout the epistles. Then, as we can, we go about the business of helping our world concentrically out from the church. But our priority, actually, Sam, is you. Critique number 11. Stop talking about us unless you're actually going to do something. Trying right now, Sam. My question for you is, are you willing to listen to us? Ever? And finally, this from a millennial. You're failing to adapt, Sam said. Enough with the excuses and the blame. We need to accept reality and intentionally move toward this generation that is terrifyingly anti-church. Well, Sam, we're going to try to be thoughtful. We're going to try to be considerate. We're going to try to be mindful of you. But, Sam, I'd ask you, is this a two-way street? You've just given 12 very straightforward critiques. Do we have the right to do likewise? Church, this is not easy to listen to the critiques of somebody who is younger. There were some things in there I think, yeah, we can learn from that. There are other things where I think we can safely say, no, can't do that. But with each one of these, maybe the reason that we are seeing really an entire generation, because I think Sam is a pretty good representative, the reason that we're seeing so much of a critique against the church is because the church has not been about the business of rightly training up and discipling these young people. And now we are reaping what we have perhaps failed to sow. If you happen to be a progressive, liberal, squishy, seeker-sensitive sort of a Christian, prepare yourself. According to you, I'm about to use a swear word. If you are not participating in some way, shape, or form in the Great Commission, being obedient to the command our Lord left us when he said, go and make disciples, then you are, here it comes, sinning. There, I said it. This is one way. There are other ways. We're simply trying to provide you with the easiest way possible to be obedient to the command to preach the gospel. This is called Don't Stub Your Toe. It is a thorough law gospel presentation. You can simply give it to somebody, leave it on the table at the restaurant, pass it off to the drive-through person as you're putting your foot on the gas. Whatever you do, consider getting 12 and leave one with somebody once a month. Get 52 once a week. By the time the year is done, you can look back and say, hey, this is the year I wasn't sinning. Get yourself some copies of Don't Stub Your Toe at wretched.org.